All right, imagine arriving at the airport with hours of extra time, only to be faced with a wall of frustrated passengers waiting for security.
Oh, I saw this wall, and it was just so intense. Well, that's what one passenger told Chief Transportation Correspondent Hawker Vanguard this afternoon, and he is live for us at Charlotte Douglas this evening. Now, Hawker, this isn't the first time that passengers have dealt with these long lines that they're seeing now at the airport.
Yeah, it seems to be almost every weekend that passengers are dealing with some type of mess here at the airport. And I want to add in a developing situation happening right now here at Charlotte Douglas. They are without water inside the airport terminal right now, so that's adding into even more frustration. Check with your airline if you are departing anytime soon here from Charlotte Douglas. But back to that issue over the weekend, many said that it was the construction and the layout of our TSA checkpoints. Others are saying it's a staffing issue right now.
Yeah, it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I've seen.
Another weekend of frustration for flyers, this time at Charlotte Douglas.
The lines to get to the checkpoints were so long that they actually crossed each other at the American Airlines ticket counter.
Nathan Roberts and his family flew out of Charlotte Sunday morning. Roberts remembers seeing hordes of passengers waiting to be screened by the TSA. Hundreds of people as far as the eye could see on either end of the ticket lobby. And he says someone at the ticket counter gave him some insight as to why the lines were so long.
The ticket counter agent mentioned that TSA was shorthanded and had gotten overwhelmed and were unable to process the passengers as quickly as they used to be able to.
As the TSA gears up to meet the November 22nd federal employee vaccine mandate, Administrator David Pekoski said in an interview that 40% of the workforce still needs to get their shot. A TSA spokesperson told Fox 46 that thousands of TSA employees upload their vaccination every week, but wouldn't elaborate further on whether vaccination and call-outs were a specific issue here at Charlotte Douglas. Problems that the Roberts family didn't encounter while traveling through other large airports earlier in the week.
We flew out of Phoenix earlier this week, and the lines were normal. 15, 20 minutes, you're in and out of security, maybe 30.
So as you heard in the story there, that passenger used the TSA app to kind of judge what time he should have left the house. And in his case, it didn't really work out in his favor. He didn't miss his flight, but he definitely had a nail biter there. So using that app should be kind of used on an as-needed basis. It's not always the most accurate. 2 hours is the recommended time, whether you're checking bags or not.
All right, Hawker, I got a couple questions for you. So one, you basically broke news for us there. Anything you can expand on the lack of water at the airport? Because that seems like a big deal. But secondly, the airport's undergoing a pretty massive renovation right now to the ticket lobby. How's that going to impact all of the overcrowding and the checkpoints and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so I want to talk about that checkpoint thing first, and I have a soundbite to share with you from the TSA. But what we know is that with the renovation happening right now, there will be some consolidation and expansion of the checkpoints we currently have. And Mark Howell, he's a TSA communications coordinator with the administration. We spoke with him just a couple months ago, and he brought this up in this soundbite that we've never heard before. And this is what he had to say about those expansions at the TSA checkpoint.
But do you know if with the construction happening, are we looking at different security screening checkpoint layouts in 2025?
So in 2025, I'm not sure that far out, but I do know that they are working to modify some of the security checkpoints here. There may be some kind of closures of some checkpoints as they modify those or expand them. So I defer a little bit more to the airport on that. We don't really know the whole plan at this point. But we will kind of be modifying operations based off of whatever is decided with the checkpoint expansions moving forward.
So the last time we spoke with Charlotte Douglas and the construction workers and the architects here at the terminal expansion, they didn't have any specifics for us as to how that layout would look come 2025 when everything is finished. But I want to get back to that developing news here for just a second here at Charlotte Douglas about the no water situation. And this is an issue for more than just passengers wanting to wash their hands or use the restroom. Water is used here at the airport as ballast, and every aircraft has to leave with potable water on board the aircraft for hopefully not drinking. That's a toilet and a hand washing thing on board the aircraft. So we're still seeing planes take off right now, but if you are traveling this evening, please check with your airline before you get here to the airport if there are any delays caused by this water outage. But Fox46.com and our app will be the most up to date with any information coming your way. Ryan?
Hawker, thank you so much. And of course, we will continue to follow that developing story. No water at the airport right now. Hawker Vanguard just reporting that for us.